Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to the Carla Murphy Show, Uniquely Different, where we pride ourselves on gelling. We grow, earn, and learn together. We are here to talk about family, community, Christianity, and business. We're so honored today to have with us again, and they are no strangers, but we are here today with Toastmasters International. We're very excited about them taking the time to come and share with us. And we know that Toastmasters International is a group that empowers individuals to become more effective communicators and leaders. The district mission builds new clubs. They support all clubs in achieving excellence. The club mission is that they provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, which results in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Their core values are integrity, respect, service, and excellence. This evening, today, we're going to have a magnificent example of what it means to be a Toastmaster. On the previous show, we heard about different experiences of being a Toastmaster. We heard about what a Toastmaster is, what's in it for me, what the members are saying, what does the club experience have to offer for people, how can I start learning now, how do I learn and grow? So today we're honored so that we can come together to hear about, to see and experience how does Toastmasters work. Everything in the Toastmasters world revolves around the club. It's a global network of clubs, and you're sure to find one near you. They are all over the world. So if you're looking for a club, you'll hear more contact information later on in the show about how you can become a part. With that being said, we're so happy to have with us the trio, known as the trio in the Toastmasters International group. Miss Linda Lathrop is going to come to us, and we've heard Miss Linda talk about possibilities. We know that she tells us that nothing is impossible with a willing heart. Speak of possibilities. So without further ado, we're happy to hear from District Director, Miss Linda Lathrop. Good evening.
Thank you, Carla. And we are so delighted to be back on your show. When you spoke earlier about your show being about family and community, I believe that's one of the things that Toastmasters is about as well. When we join a local Toastmasters club or even an online club, perhaps in another part of the Toastmaster world, we become part of the Toastmaster family. And that family is usually very diverse in nature, but also very welcoming, very filled with wonderful possibilities of development, both personal and professional. I think that is one of the best reasons for someone to visit a Toastmasters club or become involved with Toastmasters. As you said, I am currently the district director for District 65, and our district extends from the Buffalo area through Rochester, Syracuse, and Utica on the northern portion of central and western New York. And we go all the way down to the Pennsylvania border. So we would begin out near Olean and go all the way out towards Sydney, Oneonta. So it's a very large distance from clubs, although there are many, many clubs. And in some of the metropolitan areas, there's clubs on every street corner, or at least so it seems. But those clubs are small clubs and certainly have just very dedicated members that are pushing each other, pulling each other, helping each other just to be the best that they can be. I think one of the things with being the district director, and that's a leadership role. It's not necessarily so much a speaking role, but it's a leadership role because Toastmasters helps us to develop both our communication and leadership skills. And being responsible for the programming in the district for a complete year is an awesome responsibility. Some days it becomes a little heavy, but because of the family and the community and the support of other Toastmasters, everything just sort of gels together and becomes easier. So there's always room for learning. There's always room for opportunity. My year will end on June 30th at midnight. And I'm looking forward to being the immediate past district director. That means that I can pass off the major part of the responsibility to our incoming district director, Brenda Billups. And then I get to be the advisor. I get to be the coach. I get to be the support person. And I am really looking forward to that because that means that I can take the learning that I've accumulated during my year as district director, hand it off to Brenda, but still be that person that can say, everything's possible, Brenda. You can do it, Brenda. And guess what? We're going to do it together because we are community, we are family, and that's all a part of being part of Toastmasters International. Thank you, Carla.
Thank you very much, Miss Linda. That was beautiful. Thank you so much. And congratulations for a job well done. It certainly has been an honor to connect with the Toastmasters group and certainly to just glean so much knowledge from each of you. So thank you so much for coming and joining us once again. Next up, I'm just very happy, excited, and glad to present the next person who is none other than Mrs. Brenda Billups. She is the Program Quality Director for Toastmasters District 65. However, she is the producer of the Carla Murphy Show Uniquely Different. Yes, and she does a wonderful job in working towards helping to prepare a great experience for all. So to Miss Brenda Billups, thank you for all that you do. And we're so looking forward to hearing about how we can continue to learn today and lead tomorrow. So Miss Brenda Billups, we're in your hands.
Thank you, Carla Murphy, and good evening to all Toastmasters, my fellow Toastmasters, and most welcome guests. My current position in Toastmasters in the trio, I was responsible for the training, all the educational part of teaching the new members and the old members as to what their roles would be in Toastmasters. We have 2 trainings each year, one in the fall and one in the spring. I was responsible for helping to teach our leaders, which we call our area directors and our division directors. So we did training mostly all year, and we also had training in our conference. I was also responsible for the educational part for the members. The educational part is we do a program that we call Pathways, and that's where we do our speaking. That's where we do our evaluations. That's where we do use our leadership skills, and we get credit for that. When we get so many points or so far what we call levels, then we receive an award. We like to receive the DTM. That's the highest award that you can get in Toastmasters, is being a speaker. So we educate our members how to get to be a distinguished Toastmaster. I was also responsible for the conference that we had held online, which was our very first conference. So we went down in history as having the first online conference for District 65. Now I will pass that role on to Kate, because I'm going to become the big chief. I will become the district director for 65. I will take over Linda's old job. I would be appointing members to help with our committees to continue the growth with Toastmasters. just possibly overseeing what's going to be done and what will be done. With the past directors, I've learned a lot. And Linda is a very, very good teacher. So I think I'm prepared. No, let me back that up. I know I am prepared to take over this new position. I stick my chest out proud to be the new elect district director of Toastmasters in District 65. Thank you, Ms. Murphy.
Thank you so much. That was just great. And I know that you're going to do an outstanding job because we know that everything that you do with a spirit of excellence. So thank you very much, Mrs. Brenda Billups. Next up, we're happy to hear from the Club Growth Director, who has had the responsibility. We know that with the conference, she worked with marketing, publicity, retention, and outreach. So I'm honored to present to you this evening Toastmaster Kate Olson. Good evening, Miss Kate.
Good evening. Thank you very much for that wonderful introduction. And this year I've been the Club Growth Director in charge of the marketing and club growth and retention of our members to ensure that all the clubs could develop and be all that they could be, especially during this pandemic, which has been very difficult for our clubs. We had to this year start meeting this was something new for our clubs, meeting online virtually, which was for some people very difficult as we are having the show online. Before that, we were all meeting in person. So we had to, starting at the beginning of the pandemic, start meeting in person if we wanted to have a Toastmasters meeting, which was all new. We didn't do that before. And many of our clubs chose to try to meet that and try it out. And so if you want to go to see a Toastmasters club, many of them still are meeting online, and you can experience that for yourself to see what it's like. And I enjoy it personally. I don't have to travel. I can just get on my computer and see so many different people in so many places of the world. It's a great experience. I've enjoyed it. I know I can say that. And I don't have to travel, and it's a lot of wear and tear that I don't have to endure. So this year, I've encouraged people to try something different as Club Growth Director and to try this new way of meeting. And along with that, helped other of the clubs that needed assistance to continue to meet with that. So I'm looking forward to moving forward into Brenda's position as Program Quality Director. And I've learned while watching what Brenda has done this year. I am looking forward to taking over the education and training role and helping our clubs becoming more than what they have learned this year as meeting on Zoom and executing our district conference. Planning, organizing, and getting everybody together, working as a team to putting on the once a year district conference that we have, which is so much fun. And I'm looking forward to doing that. So, and of course, with the guidance of Brenda, we do everything as a team. It's a team effort. So you don't have to do it all by yourself, which is a great thing that we do within Toastmasters. So I'm looking forward to that. Thank you very much, Miss Carla.
Thank you so much, Miss Kate. That was just outstanding. And we're very excited and grateful for all of the work that you have done, the support that you provided. And I've seen it. I've seen the teamwork, and it takes teamwork to make the dream work. And so you all have done such a magnificent job in terms of preparing people to be better communicators and leaders. I am very, very excited to present this next guest, Mr. Sam Odo. Did I get it right? Oh, Mr.
You're
Sam.
good.
We're so happy to have him. The other Toastmasters, they've shared the platform with me in times past, but we welcome you with open arms, and we're just so grateful to have you here with us. And we know that you are going to do a great job trying something different, opening up people's minds, spreading your wings. I know that you're going to help to build up, to retain, to do outreach. And I know it seems like it's an exciting road to travel. And we're trusting that you're going to do a magnificent job because you have great leaders to partner with you and to help you as you lead the way. So good evening, Mr. Sam. Welcome to the Carla Murphy Show, Uniquely Different, and we are in your hands.
Thank you, Miss Carla, fellow Toastmasters and special guests. I share the same passion as Miss Carla and the rest of the district trio. I'm excited to serve in this position to help guide our district to grow through strengthening our existing clubs and helping form new clubs throughout the district. With the COVID restrictions becoming less and less, we anticipate an influx of new members and clubs because people are so tired of feeling like they're caged up. My strength and passion come from helping others. The look in their eyes, especially when they complete their first speech, known as the icebreaker. The sense of accomplishment they feel, which reminds me of when I was asked, told, to speak or to present a first aid class my first week of the Army ROTC program, because I was prior enlisted as a combat medic. I actually considered quitting the program before I even started. I was terrified to speak in front of my peers. Now I wish I was involved in Toastmasters prior to my military leadership experience instead of after I retired from the Army Reserves. I strongly encourage young adults and leaders to get involved in Toastmasters to further develop their presentation and leadership skills in a friendly, encouraging environment. Thank you, Ms. Carla.
You're welcome. Thank you so much. Thank you. We're looking forward to greater and greater coming from your leadership, Mr. Sam. So thank you for sharing. So we know we've heard and we've seen it for ourselves, an example of how each club has its own culture and can be unique. It can be diverse. And keep in mind as you're searching for a club to join that the Toastmasters say you don't have to join the first club that you visit. You can attend club meetings as their guest when invited, and you can learn more about the culture, the diversity, and the personality of the club. So that's very important to keep in mind as the Toastmasters continue to grow. Join an online meeting. They talked about that. See what it's all about. Do your homework and then become a member and do the best that you can to be a great source of support, to have a wonderful membership experience. So thank you to each of you for sharing this evening. And we're going to move forward in tonight's show. And we're going to turn it over to the hands of producer, Toastmaster, Brenda Billups.
Thank you, Carla, again. And yes, we will be remaining on the scene after the show because a person that is not a Toastmaster, that knows as much about Toastmaster as you, we do not want you to miss the opportunity to become a distinguished Toastmaster. That is too much knowledge to be outside of Toastmasters. So remind me to send you an application when we finish.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
We're going to present a demo meeting. We're going to let you see how we actually really carry out one of our Toastmasters meetings. And this would be one of the meetings from Sylvester Anderson, Voices to Be Heard. I will serve as Toastmaster. The Toastmaster is the same as the MC. They guide the meeting along. And that's what I'm going to do at this time. We will have a speaker, which would be by Tangela Selby. We will have an evaluation, which would be done by Rita Mitchell, and she would also describe our role as the Arcana and the Grammarian. Our timer will be Deborah Bullard. All our presentations are timed. We have so many minutes to do certain things. Our speaker will speak for 5 minutes, and Deborah will show the timing cards. After she speaks for 3 minutes, Deborah will show the green card. After she goes for 4 minutes, Deborah will show a yellow card. And after she gets to 5 minutes, she will show the red card. And at that time, Tandra will have 30 seconds to complete her presentation. We will start our meeting now. We usually start out with the pledge and a prayer. Some clubs just start out with the pledge. That depends on what your preference is. At Sylvester Anderson, we do both, a pledge and a prayer. We will omit the pledge for this evening and carry on with our meeting. At that time, usually we turn it over to our president. The president usually would do a welcome and introduce any guests that we would have. Tonight, our guests would have been Kate Olson, Linda Latham, and Sam Otto. We would let them speak and we would carry on with our meeting. Now we're going to have a presentation from Tangela Selby. Tangela Selby is going to talk about the newbie. She is going to do a 5-minute presentation from the Pathway program. Tangela Selby.
Good evening. Mic check. Can you all hear me?
Yes.
I am a newbie. A new student walking into his new class in high school for the first time was heading towards his seat when someone called out, 5, and quite a few students started laughing. The new student thought to herself, they aren't too smart. I'm older than 5. Walking on further, someone called out, 24, and the place just went wild with all the students laughing so hard. So the new student walks on thinking, these students really don't know who I am. When someone yelled, 35, and the place just went ballistic. Finally, the new student made it to her seat and asked the boy next to her what the calling of the numbers meant. Well, said the boy, we have all been in school together since kindergarten and have heard the same jokes so many times that we just numbered the jokes. Mind if I give it a try, said the newbie. Newbie stands up and yells, 27, and it's quiet. Newbie looks around and yells, 31, and again quiet. Finally, she yells, 46, still quiet. The newbie steps back and turns to the boy and says, I don't understand. No one laughed at all. Well, newbie, said the boy, some people can tell a joke and some people can't. Being a newbie can make you feel like you're an outsider, like you'll never fit in. You feel like everyone knows everyone and everything and you'll never catch up. What can I do to feel part of this group? How long would it take me to learn all the numbers of the jokes? Will I ever have thunderous laughter when I call out a joke? What's a timer? What's a table topic? What's an icebreaker? What's an augmentarian? There are districts. What's pathways? Well, as Sylvester Anderson Voices to Be Heard chapter of Toastmasters, I didn't have to worry about any of the newbie anxieties. I stepped into a Zoom room of friendly, welcoming faces. No newbie jokes, no feelings of being an outsider, and no wondering how long it would take for me to learn the terminology. This chapter pulls you in directly into the fold and offers support to quickly get you up to speed. After the first meeting, I was giving a speech, and following 2 meetings, I took on the role of timer. No time to sit around and be a nervous spectator. 2 weeks later, the students were in the classroom waiting on the teacher to return, and someone shouted out, "Run!" The class began to laugh. The newbie said, "How about this one? 3, 4, 7." And the class was laughing in tears. The teacher even turned around and couldn't stop laughing. Am I a newbie? Nah, not anymore. Thank you.
Thank you, Tangela. Tangela is on the ball field, and that's why we cannot see her. And that's why we had the little noise in the background. She was going to present herself, but then she didn't get a chance to change because she had to get to the ball field from work. So that is why we did not see her face. Normally, if you're giving a presentation, you are required to show your face. So we will let her pass on this one simply because we put her in this spot before she had a chance to make her schedule. So we will give her that for this time. Now we will have the evaluation of the presentation that we just heard from Tangela. First, Deborah, what was the timing on her presentation?
Three minutes and 11 seconds.
Thank you, timer. And the newbie forgot to tell you that she went from being the exact newbie right to president. That is our president-elect for our next term. Rita Mitchell, our evaluator, and she will go over the evaluation, the grammarian, and the R counter.
Good evening, all. It is a pleasure to serve as the evaluator for the speech brought to us by Toastmaster Selby. The opening included a most interesting anecdote. Her sharing an experience being comparable to being the newbie in a Toastmasters club to being the newbie in a classroom. It was intriguing because it's an example that we might all relate to. Her story flowed with humor. While we could not see her live, where her speech might have been enhanced with the opportunity to see her smiles, her facial expressions, and her body language, we could hear through the voice modulation and inflections, the humor, the fun that ran through the speech. I could see her smile. I could see the openness of her sharing with us, describing her feelings about the experience, how the story evolved in an order that built to the ultimate of her being fully accepted, or we might say she fully accepted the experience of being a Toastmaster. No filler words that I may make observation, meaning no ums, ahs, you know what I mean. Her phrasing really did carry us through the sentiments and feelings that evolved through her experience. We might offer that she will enhance the speech by offering at the end a call to action. What is a call to action? That it might drive home the reason and purpose of the speech, which is to encourage membership in a Toastmasters club, because her experiences and her sharing in the speech really made it sound fun. The environment that we have in a Toastmasters club is that for a learning laboratory. And Toastmaster Selby's speech has certainly shown that from her first day, how she has developed her speaking skills as well as her leadership skills by assuming the upcoming role as president for the Sylvester Anderson Voices to Be Heard. I so look forward to hearing more from our incoming president, and I hope, Toastmaster Selby, that you might find this evaluation helpful as you advance in your speaking skills. Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rita. Now we're going to demonstrate another part of our meeting, which we call table topics. Table topics is where we ask the question, and you speak off the cuff. We teach you to speak whenever. Sometimes we get to use the same topic and sometimes we change topics. So tonight we're going to show you a little bit about how we speak off the cuff. The members do not know what the question is going to be. So they have time to think just a little bit, and then they would need to respond. First, I'm going to ask Linda. Linda, what will you do first when July 1st, 2021 appears? What will be your first task?
Thank you for that question. You know, I haven't really thought too much about what will be my first task. So I guess it's time to begin that thought process. I know that July 1st comes really quickly, faster than we can ever imagine. What I'm not going to do is change my phone number.
Oh,
I'm also not going to change my email.
that's good.
So I will be available. One of the things that I've been doing as the district director is that each day on our private Facebook page, I have been posting a quotation. Sometimes it's a quotation that reflects something that annoys me. Sometimes it's an encouraging quotation. Sometimes it's a leadership quotation. And sometimes it's just something that's challenging. One of the things I am going to do is to stop doing that. I'm going to post a question every day. A question to help the incoming trio think and then to do. So thank you for that question.
Thank you, Toastmaster Linda. Now, Miss Rita, how excited are you to become area director of 33?
Oh, and I also thank you for that question, Toastmaster. I am very excited. I might say I have some anxiety, limited anxiety, because I have been able to watch other leaders who have served in this capacity as an area director. To have the ability to visit the various clubs, to learn new protocols and how each club has its own culture and dynamics and how their meetings are conducted, and then to be able to share those learnings with other clubs who may be at their very beginning stages of having clubs, or they may be veteran clubs in the area. So that to think about being welcomed in these various clubs, I find very exciting, and it's energizing for me to take on a new experience of leadership. Having served in various capacities at the club level in elected offices, from president, VP ed, VP membership, publicity, I think I'm ready for this next step. Toastmaster.
Oh, thank you, Toastmaster Rita. I am so glad to hear that. I'm glad to know that Linda's not going to change her phone number. She's not going to change the email. And Rita is excited to go into her new role. Kate was the district director before. This is her second time around in the trio. Kate, tell us what's exciting about the second time around.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. What's exciting about the second time around? Well, believe it or not, there's still things to learn. It's not the same. It's different time. Serving during the pandemic or the ending of a pandemic, it's totally different than it was the first time around. And I still have new things to learn. And so it's not the same. And I'm looking forward to it. And it's a different title as well. When I served before, it was Lieutenant Governor of Marketing, Lieutenant Governor Education and Training. And now I'm Club Growth Director, Program Quality Director. So with a different title, there's different things to learn. So I'm looking forward to I'm going to steal Linda's word, all the possibilities, all the things that Toastmasters has to offer. And if you think you know it all, you're wrong. You'll never learn it all. And that's why I'm doing this a second time, because I'm just so excited to learn what I can. Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you, Kate. Now, Deborah, you sitting to the side just grinning. It's your turn. You have 2 minutes to tell us why you want to be the queen of the Great Lakes Baptist Association.
Fellow Toastmasters and most welcome guests. Why do I want to be queen? Because I'm a queen. Well, I'm running for queen for Great Lakes Baptist Association. And what that does is we raise funds. We help the organization, whether it be for scholarship, whether it be for foreign mission, whether it be for home mission. We help our youth. We help our young people's department. And the women chose me to run for queen. And I have seen many of women in this position. I don't envy them at all, but I'm doing my contest during the pandemic. And it is much easier because I don't have to have special programs where I set up a program to raise funds or have dinners or what have you. I'm going to do everything virtual. And all I'm doing is asking for $10. Count it, $10. You can cash at me at $brass belt. That's $BRASSBELT. And like I said, I'm raising money for our organization. And we help not only home, but we help abroad. And this year, we're doing it virtually. But coming in August, the young people, Epic, they talked early on Carla Murphy's show. They're going to be in person. So this will help them also. So that's what I'm going to do as being elected as queen for the Great Lakes Baptist Association. I hope you all support me. Thank you.
Deborah just snuck in a 2-minute commercial. That was a commercial there. Miss Murphy, you've been looking at us. Now you know how it goes. Now it's your turn. Please tell me what's exciting about the journey you're on now.
Well, thank you so much for asking. And although I'm not a Toastmaster, I have had some training with communication. And Miss Brenda, what's exciting for me is the passion and the excitement from others. It's always encouraging, empowering, enlightening to hear others who are encouraging to many. It is also a great honor to be able to learn communication skills, leadership skills along the way. I am very excited about being able to utilize all of these skills in my daily walk, whether it be at work, at church, with the family, in the community, at school, or even when it's time for play. So I get excited when I see the smiles on people's faces. I am overjoyed when I'm able to develop a presentation. I am very excited, and it fuels me just to see that people are happy, they're full of joy, they like to share, they like to grow, they like to earn and learn together. So I count it all joy to share with my community, to help to develop my family, to also continue to work with developing youngpreneurs as they move forward in developing outstanding businesses and serving with a spirit of excellence. So I am honored to have this show. I'm honored that each of you have joined me to share on Roku TV, on the Uniquely Different TV network. And I am just grateful, excited, and waiting with great anticipation for all that is to come. For I know that the best is yet to come. Thank you very much for all that you do. I'm excited. I thank you for the partnerships, for the new friendships, for all of the sacrifices that you all have made to show the leadership skills through integrity, respect, service, and excellence. So thank you, Toastmaster and leader Brenda Billups.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. She recognized the card. She knew it was time to stop because there put the red card up. You are excellent. You are going to be a great Toastmaster. You know how to follow the rule. You know all the language. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, Deb. Deborah was getting those cards out. Deborah knows what it means to be on time. Deborah knows what it is not to go over your time. So Deborah's very conscious with those cards now. Tangela, are you still there? That little baby picture. That completes our table topics. Once we complete our table topics, then we have the business portion of our meeting. That is where we get an update as to what's going to happen in the district, what's going on, if it's time for training, whatever we need to do. We update ourselves with all the pertinent things that we need to know from our district. If it's election time, we elect our new officers. If it's time to pay our dues, that's one thing we neglect to tell you, that the dues. Now, this is a great opportunity for $90 a year. Where can you learn to be a great speaker and get exercise on being a great leader for $90? The last I heard of a program teaching leadership skills was over $800. They only taught you for 6 weeks. So if you didn't get it in 6 weeks, you needed another $800 to come back. So we will teach you all of this for $90, $45 every 6 months. Think about it. Just think about it. You can't buy Pepsi every day for $90. So this is a great opportunity. We have youth programs as well. We have youth leadership programs, and we have the best program going now, what we call Speechcraft. You can be a minor before you join Toastmasters, 17, because you need to be 18 to become the full-blooded Toastmaster. But before that, you can start the Speechcraft class. And once you complete that class, you can take those earnings, those speeches, right over to Toastmasters and get credit for it. We always got something going in Toastmasters. We are affiliated with the Rotary Club. We designed a program for the Rotary Club. So you never know what we have going. Toastmasters is awesome. So these are the things that we talk about at our business meeting, because we like to encourage our people to stay in tune. We like to encourage them to step out of your comfort zone. Be a leader. That's when you get involved with the district. And one day you'll get to the trio. And that is the most exciting thing you want to do. Get into the trio. And then when they open up, they'll send you on a training, all expenses paid. Your food, your hotel, your travel. That's another experience. So Toastmasters offers a lot. That's the end of our business meeting. We have a closer. Our closer is not here tonight, but as Toastmasters, we know how to fill every role. We become a jack of all trades, a master of some, because we know how to make it work. So our closer did not make it tonight. However, I will be the closer. The closer usually sum up the meeting and give out a good tip for you to return at the next meeting. We have really enjoyed ourselves tonight on this Carla Murphy show. We thank her for the opportunity that she has given us to come and talk about our Toastmasters, because we take pride in what we do. We have this opportunity for several more weeks that we can come on and do like Deborah. We can come on and do a commercial. We can continue to let the world know that we are here. Sam is not here because and we also have a public relations person that works with our membership in all our clubs. So this is part of public relations. We're letting the world know that we have something to offer. And that's what we have been doing on the Carla Murphy show. So if you have that Roku TV, my sister in North Carolina says she gets the show at 4:00 on Sunday evening. So that is an opportunity for you to see these fine looking ladies again, talking about Toastmasters. Now we do have other lives, but we're just promoting Toastmasters on this show this evening. We'll be back on another show to talk about the other things that we do. So in closing, I will let you know that we appreciate you. Our next club meeting will be the third Saturday. No, I'm sorry. Our next club meeting will be the first Saturday in June. So don't forget to prepare your presentations. Let me know what roles you're going to serve. You know, when you don't let me know, I can make out an agenda anyway. So please let me know what you're going to do for the next meeting, and I give it back to the Toastmaster. Thank you, closer. Thank you so much for closing out our meeting for this evening. If there's no other announcements, any other issues or concerns, we declare this Toastmaster meeting adjourned. And that's when the party started. We have ended our Toastmasters meeting. Now we will turn it back over to our hostess for the evening, none other than Carla Murphy.
Thank you so much. That was just phenomenal, Toastmasters. And I am so grateful for the education that you provided this evening. For certainly, we all have walked in different areas where we participate in meetings, and it's always good to know how to conduct yourself in a meeting. I like the fact that Toastmaster teaches you and helps you with time management. Although I did not know that I would have an opportunity to share this evening. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Brenda Billups, for that opportunity. However, I have actually participated in instructor development in terms of preparing to become a trainer. And so that being said, a lot of the different concepts are the same. And I am just so happy to see that it really and truly works. So thank you to each of you for your presentations. And we know that to be the first choice provider of a dynamic, high-value, experiential communication and leadership skills development team, Toastmasters International is the place to be. And what I did not hear, or maybe I missed it, but Miss Brenda Billups, can you please tell us if someone is interested in becoming a Toastmaster, how can they join this outstanding group?
Well, I believe most of us belong to different clubs, but you can go on the Toastmasters website, www.toastmasters.org, and you can search for a club near you. And I'm sure you will find a club near you. I believe Linda is down in the southern area of New York. She's down around Pennsylvania on the New York line. Kate is where we call over in the Fairport area. I believe Miss Rita, Deborah, they're all in the Rochester area, but just look around. Just do that www.toastmasters.org and you can find a club near you. I am sure you can. And as Kate was saying, right now we're online. And once we go back in person, most of our clubs or some of our clubs will be hybrid. So you can still attend online because we will go to hybrid. That is one thing that we're researching now, how to do hybrid meetings, because we see the value in that. And we want everyone or anyone that would like to stay with the group that they've been a part of for so many years, just because they moved away, they had to join other clubs. But when we went to Zoom, they were able to come back to their own home clubs, which they really enjoy. And you can actually really do that. But I'm sure anywhere you go, there is a Toastmaster. If not, then you find one that's on Zoom. All of that information is on our website. We are in the process of updating our website, making it look fancier and giving out more information, making it more friendly. But in the event that you're listening and you need to talk to someone right away, please give me a call, 585-683-9793. That's 585-683-9793. We give everyone an opportunity to join Toastmasters. So please, or you can send me an email, Billups, that's B like boy, ILLUPS @frontiernet.net. Billups@frontiernet.net. I would love to have a conversation with you.
Thank you very much, Miss Brenda. Well, this has been a phenomenal show. We're coming to the close of another great show. And I would like to thank you all again. And to our viewers and listening audience, we thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts for taking the time to come and share in support of the Carla Murphy Show, Uniquely Different. For truly, each of you are uniquely different. And we hope that we encourage you to bring out your greatness, to show the world just how special you really are. And so for anyone who is looking to promote their group, to increase their membership, to share with others, the Carla Murphy Show, Uniquely Different, is on several platforms. You can see the show on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Alignable. You can also see the show on Roku TV, Uniquely Different TV network. And so we look forward to gelling with you. We look forward to growing, earning, and learning. We look forward to continuing to operate with a spirit of integrity, respect, service, and excellence. So Toastmasters, thank you again. You're welcome to email me, Carla Murphy, uniquelydifferent@gmail.com, or call me at area code 716-553-3109. That's 716-553-3109. We love to feature you, your community, your family, your church, your Christian group. We would love to feature you. And we're looking forward to meeting again with our Toastmasters, Toastmasters International. Thank you for all that you do. Continue to be great communicators, continue to be outstanding leaders, continue to be supporters and community builders. So to all, good night. Thank you for joining us. Bye-bye now.